Darian Sanders with R.J. Saunders and Cleo Lemon. How y'all boys doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
Man, today's a bittersweet day. Today's the last show of the season, man. So we gonna make sure we go out with a bang, man. We got a real great feel-good story. We got former Jaguar great Leon Searcy here to tell a story about a young man that he's preparing to play professional football. A young man who didn't play in college, but has high hopes and aspirations. So we got a real good feel-good story today. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And before we get to Leon and Shamar Rogers, who is going to give us his story and his background on everything, there's a quick thing on NIL. Cam Ward of Leon's Miami Hurricanes team, that he believes is going to go undefeated. Or at
Say
least,
it right to you, baby.
Or at least lose 2 games. That's at
least
least
lose 2?
What?
That's what you said.
No, I don't recall.
Florida State.
You ain't got no tape. You ain't got no tape.
Well, Cam Ward just recently spoke on the NIL situation and said, quote, "It's not real money to college players. They think a player is set off of NIL stuff. This NIL stuff is not real money. It's just starting money, I would say. And in a world now that we have a lot of NIL talk, it's really been prevalent. I mean, even with the college football 25, a lot of these players got paid off of their name, image, and likeness. Is it real money? Not real money to you guys? I mean, how do you view it?
I mean, relatively speaking, it's not real money, right? If you're talking about $1.5 million that Cam's guaranteed to get,
Right.
correct?
Right.
Versus $55 million that Trevor's receiving.
Right.
So when you're looking at the long haul, it's definitely not real money, relatively speaking.
Now, do you believe, and guys like Leon and guys like Cleo who have been professionals and also train, guys that are trying to get to the level that they got at? I mean, this was a long fight to take the amateurism out for a lot of these guys, saying universities are getting paid off of how we play. Now they're getting that type of money where it's not Trevor Lawrence money, but it is more than what guys like yourself and Leon were getting when you guys were playing in college.
Is it real money? Hell yeah, it's real money. It's real money. Oh, it's real money. You know what? I got you know what I got at University of Miami in my 5 years there? I got $80 a week.
You had to make that straight.
The reason why we got the $80 a week is because the training table closed on Friday and Saturdays.
Right.
They opened up Sunday night, so we had to eat
Right.
for those 2 days, and that was our weekend money.
Right.
So Uncle Luke ain't slide you nothing on the
You know
side?
what, listen. See, this was my NIL. My NIL was name, image, and loot. All right.
Okay.
So that's what our NIL meant back in the day. Yeah, of course, Luke took care of us. Limited statutory.
Statute of limitations.
Okay, well, we're good.
They pass.
But listen, I see what Cam was saying, and we was talking about this in the production meeting. Is that he's saying that a lot of these cats, a lot of these players that come in with the NIL money, they think that the bag that they're getting right now is the ultimate goal. That 500,000, 1 million, whatever. The ultimate goal is to get that NFL cash. I understand that. And my concern, listen, I'm glad the players are getting the NIL money because, quite frankly, the NCAA has had a 150-year head start on amateurs. So the NIL's only been around, 4 or 5 years
Exactly.
now? So, I mean, yeah, I'm glad these players are getting paid. My only thing is that we was talking about this. There's a lion that hunts and the lion in the cage.
Right.
I just want to make sure they stay hungry and hunt every day and don't get comfortable.
Now, with that, I want to ask you this. When it comes to a lion that he's saying, listen, like they hunt in the jungle, they got to understand that they have to get their own food. A lion that's in a cage, that's at a zoo, understands that they're going to eat every day because that's just how they're conditioned. Do you think Cam Ward, potentially, Cleo, was talking to maybe the top-end guys that I know they're going to be an NFL player. I know this guy's going to be an NFL player. Let's not look at this NIL money as we've made it. We're at the top of Mount Everest. Do you think he's talking to those players specifically, or is he talking to just all football players in general?
Well, if you think about it, only the top of the cream, the top of the pecking order is going to get that bread. You're talking about a 5-star kid, a 4-star kid that's been evaluated.
Right.
So they're going to get that money. Now, everybody else that's a part of the team, they might get a couple deals here and there.
Right.
They're not going to get a lucrative deal.
No.
And then another way you look at it as well, how I would look at it, getting that type of money, I would say, hey, mom and dad, thank you for everything you've done to get me to this point because you were the ones that was taking me to Pop Warner practice. taking me, doing all these things. Like, thank you. Like, that's a way for you to bless your parents to get you to that spot. And to Leon's point, and not to get comfortable, man, let them handle that money. You stay hungry, you stay laser focused, you stay locked in and keep working. Let the parents take care of that and make sure you're good. Give you a couple dollars to do what you need to do, but let them handle that, and then you go get your bag moving forward.
Hey, Cleo, I want to ask you this question. I mean, college football is becoming more – the dynamics in the locker room are just like the NFL because, in the NFL locker room, you got the guys, the big dogs that make all the money, and then you got the cats who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So college football, in my assessment, is becoming more and more like the NFL because you got the
pay
top,
scale.
you got the top 1%,
Yes.
and then you got the rest of the guys that make the money.
And that's exactly how it's set up. Yeah. It's going into that style, right? Because now, as a 4- or 5-star recruit, to get you to sign with us, we're going to throw that money out there.
Right.
We're going to get you a deal with a company that's
And
local.
a lot of these kids aren't coming to those universities without asking the question, well, how much am I getting now?
Right.
And let's be real. In that recruiting class, man, it's only about 2 or 3 of them guys that's getting that type of bag.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to look at how it plays out. And then, to Jerry's point, is it real money, right?
Right.
I don't know if they're getting, just say if they sign for 1.5. I don't know if they're getting that whole
getting
1.5.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of it is fluff, and they wanted to make it look good. So when they post it, they want to say, hey, look, future recruits, see what we can do for you if you come to our program.
Right.
We can set you up for success when it comes to NIL.
Now, before we hit the break, I just wanted to just kind of a question for each and every last one of you. So should the NIL kind of be looked at as a form of motivation for a lot of these cats instead of this is what I'm getting paid, it's stamped, or should it be more of a Cam Ward thing where it just feels like in between the lines and what Leon has kept saying, at least for the last 2 days now, this should be looked at as more of a sense of motivation of what's to come instead of, I'm getting paid 1.5 now, I'm being looked at as a professional.
Well, real quick before we go to the break, I could always assess as a player the guys who love the game of football or the guys who love the game to what it brings.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So money is not going to deter that. If you love the game of football, you love the game of football. But if you love the game of football because the shiny things, you could tell in the locker room.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Right. Well, let's take a break. This segment was brought to you by Premier Physical Therapy. Your wellness journey begins at Premier PT and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Dial 904-996-6922 or visit premierptjax.com today for the premier experience. You're listening to You're listening to the Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I open the door and take you inside the locker room to get you closer to the field, the players and coaches you care about.
Get a look at Hayes' blog on 1010XL.com.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing,
where quality and experience count.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Millard Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Millard Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Millard Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Millard Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Your wellness journey begins at Premier Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Dial 904-996-6922 or visit premierptjax.com today. Experience the Premier difference and take your first step towards a healthier, stronger you. Premier Physical Therapy, where Jacksonville comes to heal. premierptjax.com.
Hon, what do you say we go to the supermarket today?
Again? Weren't we just there yesterday?
Well, yeah, but it's just so nice and cool in there.
Why don't we just get our air conditioning fixed?
Can we afford it?
We can with Duck Duck Air Conditioning. They offer financing.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it will be.
Beat the Florida heat with Duck Duck Air Conditioning. Jacksonville area's AC experts. Repairs to new installations. Trust the Duck to keep your cooling costs low. DuckDuckAC.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and you've got so much going on Atlantic near Regency, Greg. Tell them about the boats that you have.
I tell you, we've got a full line of coach pontoons, and we just got the new Honda Seabrook series. It's a 19-foot center console, all with legendary Honda outboards.
And that means you can get on the water, you can enjoy a smooth ride, and great Honda technology.
Absolutely. You'll never be left behind with Honda.
And don't forget, Scout Pontoon Boats. They're both there on the lot. Check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville, on Atlantic, near Regency, or cyclesofjacksonville.com.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
I'm Justin Norndorf, creator of DVS, a medically backed pitching development program designed to develop young throwers' arms safely. We are excited to be launching our Florida Development Center at B3 Better in Jacksonville. To celebrate DVS, we are offering a free virtual coaches clinic and also giving away 20 free team DVS and athletic assessments at B3 Better. To register for the clinic and your team's chance to win, go to b3better.com/DVS and secure your spot today.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Edge, brought to you by B3.
Who's back there? Who was that? Hey, my guy.
All right, Anthony. Anthony only been here less than 2 months.
Anthony coming strong.
Soul and Anthony, huh? Yeah. And we're back. Welcome back to the Amateur's Edge. This is your host, Jarian Sanders, and we have two special guests today. Jaguar legend Leon Searcy has taken on the task of bringing on a young man who has NFL aspirations, and he's here to tell his story. So welcome to the show, Shamar. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Appreciate you guys for having me.
Good deal, Leon. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good deal. So my first question for you guys is how did you guys link up?
Well, listen, I saw him at the cigar lounge. You know, I preference cigars. I'm a cigar aficionado.
Okay.
And he was a big old dude in there, and I said, listen, one of two things: either he play football, or he just taking up space. Or maybe both. Because he's a big old joker. Now, you see him over there.
He's 6'6".
He's a furniture mover.
Right.
That's what I call him. I call him and he play offensive line. So,
right.
You know, we kind of, chatted it up a little bit. And he told me about his aspirations. And, man, I just figured whatever I could do to help him out, man, I'm about that life.
Cool. So, Shamar, currently you're playing for the Community Christian College?
Well, it's technically JAA, so it's the Jacksonville Athletics Academy.
Okay.
Jacksonville Mocs. We're located out there in Fleming Island.
Okay.
It was founded by Nico Carroll, which is his brother, but Nolan Carroll is the founder of the football team. Like, he's the one that's taken over, like, the coaches. So Nolan Carroll played in the NFL for some seasons. He played at Maryland. You know, he was doing his thing, but he's giving us young kids a second chance at life, basically.
Right. And now, did you play in high school?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you play?
First Coast.
You played First Coast?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And you didn't play in college at all?
No, sir.
Okay. And, dude, you are 6'6", 368 pounds.
A lot of pounds, brother, yes. Yes.
But tell him how much weight you lost. I mean, he lost a lot of weight.
400 pounds.
You was at 400?
Yes, sir. 400, pushing 495 at the most.
495?
Hey.
So you down 130-something pounds almost?
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible within itself.
That is incredible within
itself.
itself.
Absolutely.
Now, what made you ultimately decide to go to JAA? Because, you know, normally guys would go the high school route, maybe look at a particular college. This is kind of the unconventional route, you know, to do this. What went into your decision of doing that?
So the real reason what went into my decision was I was working at a gas station at the time, and a coach from Baldwin came in and was like, "Man, you got size, you got potential. You know, what is it that you want to do?" I told him I want to play football. He said, "Well, we got this little football going on, JAA. You know, they giving everybody a chance. You might want to look into them." So one particular day, I just looked into it, and when I did, it was like pretty astonishing. Like, they want you to come out there, better your life and better your future outside of football.
Right.
So any doors can open when you out there playing on that football field, whether it's going out there, you know, giving back to the community, whether it's giving back to the soldiers, anything that you want to do, you can do it. You know, and that's what JAA offers.
Absolutely. Now, for me, and it's like I have a lot of questions to ask Leon because, you know, I don't really see him really training like too many guys or, you know, coming to the forefront saying like, hey, listen, you know, I'll take one-on-one time with you. So one of my, you know, favorite athletes of all time, the late great Kobe Bryant, said, you know, when people come to me looking to train, they know what they're uncomfortable with. They know what they want to work on, what they want to improve on. Yeah. You had a, you know, supreme skill set and clearly have one now. However, when you're going to Leon and he's training you, what in particular are you asking him to help you strengthen?
Well, I'm not training him. I'm just there for motivational advice.
Okay.
I mean, anytime, you know, I inspire him.
Okay.
You know, I keep him motivated. You know, keep his chin up and all that kind of stuff. You know, give him stuff to read and all that other kind of stuff. Because I told him the destination is not as important as the journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that I give him that. I drop them kind of dimes on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, but that's what I'm here for. Because I went through the whole process. And listen, I mean, I had a teammate of mine that I played with the Steelers named Ray Seals. Ray Seals didn't never play college football. I mean, he didn't play college football. He went from semi-pro to the Super Bowl with the Steelers. He played defense tackle. So I know that is possible because I had a teammate of mine who did the same thing.
Now, for you in that, if he's saying, listen, he's putting you up on game and giving you, you know, a lot of jewels, you know, in your football journey, just kind of what's something that he has said to you that in this, you know, beginning of your football journey where you're saying, listen, I take that, I hold that, and I use that as I'm continuing?
Well, I can hit you with one that he hit me with. Most things that most offensive linemen don't like to do is run. And when he told me that, I took that personal. It was like, you're right. Most offensive linemen do not like to run. Right. So when you do what it is that you don't like to do, but do it like you love it, it's a different feeling.
Absolutely.
Right. You know you don't want to wake up every day and go out there and do the workouts that you got to do.
Right.
But when you go out there, like Nolan says, you have to recommit every day. When you stepping out there, you got to recommit yourself every day. So over the summertime, it was me and my homeboy Coop, and he plays on the same team with me. We used to go out there 4 times a day in the gym just working out 24/7. That's all we did was work out in the gym, and this was in the summertime.
Right.
So when I go out there now, he says, you know, you reach that athlete's point where you don't want to go out there and do it no more. When you reach that point and you fight through it and keep going, that's when you become an athlete. When you don't want to do it no more, and you just wake up and say, I know what my why is. I know what my purpose is. I'm going to go out there and do it.
Absolutely.
So take us through your current preparation regimen. Like, what are you doing now to prepare yourself?
What am I doing now to prepare myself? It's working out in the off season, really, just doing a lot of working out.
Right.
Working out, running, watching what I have to eat, watching films, breaking it down, because Warner is our first game we play.
Who?
Warner University is the first game on August 17th.
Okay.
We go to them, and that's going to be a game where it's like, it's all on the line right there.
How many years removed from high school are you?
About 3 years out, because I graduated in 2021, so about 3 years out of high school.
Okay, so this will be your first game in 3 years?
Yeah.
You looking forward to it?
Listen here, man. I never forget when Coop told me, he said, you want to be average or you want to be mediocre? Which one you want? And I made that decision.
Right.
So how was your time at First Coast? So I coached over there with Marty Lee and Coach C. How was that experience for you, man? Your high school.
It was a different experience for me. I'm not going to lie. When I first went out there, I didn't really know nothing about football. I didn't know the concepts, the fundamentals, the breaking it down. I didn't know nothing about it. But I kept going.
There you go.
It was fun for me. I just kept going. The lifting the weights, the building the brotherhoods, the keeping the God in your life. Like, it's a fun time when you're out there because you see everything. That really is your meditation when you go out there on that field.
Absolutely. And now when you are like you're at JA doing your thing. Now, realistically, what's your next goal? You're at JA. What is your next obstacle, next goal that you're attacking with this opportunity at JA?
To make it a D1.
Do you have a preference?
No, sir. Whoever allows me to come on that field and say, show us what you have.
So this is a junior college experience, right? So you get actually 2 years to play, or?
Yes, sir. 2
Okay.
years.
So is this your first year or second year?
Second year.
Okay. So you got film from last year? You don't?
No, sir.
So you rode the bench?
Not necessarily rode the bench because I didn't even know I was enrolled last year, to be honest with you. Like, I enrolled myself, but I didn't know I had to do the school part, so I was, like, kind of just back and forth.
Right.
But when I was sitting down, I read my emails, and it was like, did you give up on your dreams? Did you not want to play football no more is what the email was basically insisting. Did I give up on my dreams? I said, no, I didn't. So when I did that second day, and I was like, I'm ready. Whatever hardships come with it, I'm ready for it. So once I went out there and put my mind, like, you know what it is that you got to do it. So go for it. Because God just don't give nobody this random size and say, what you going to do with it.
Right.
He just gives you that size. You have to use it.
Right.
Well, truth be told, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Truth be told, I told him to get some film on this season, right? So a teammate of mine, Reggie Barlow, is the head coach of the DC Defenders. And I told him I had a kid that needed an opportunity, and he told me once he gets him some film,
nice,
and he balls out, he said he's going to give him a tryout with the UFL team.
So skip college, going straight to the league.
Hey, man, listen. Hey,
absolutely,
we're trying to give him some NIL, baby.
Okay,
some that professional money.
Okay.
No, but Reggie told me that. He said, "Hey, sirs, if this kid legit, man, I'll give him a tryout." So I told him, man, ball out. Hey, listen, you can lead a horse to water. It's time for him to drink.
Right
now, Leon, what are some gems and like some knowledge that you've dropped on him that for you as an athlete that you may say, man, I wish somebody would have taught me this when I was in high school or in college or my early years in the NFL, and it took years for me to end up learning it, but you're giving it to him at an early age where it can help him, progress faster.
Dog, just believe in yourself. Be your biggest fan. I tell a lot of people don't know this, but I only played 1 year high school football, and I didn't have any trainer. I didn't have any trainer.
What you was doing those other 3 years?
I was going to school. My mom was an educator. Told me I couldn't play sports until I had 3.0.
Oh, wow.
So I was one of the biggest kids in high school, couldn't play no ball. And I had a 2.75. My mom said, that ain't 3.0. So I didn't get to 3.0 until the first semester of my junior year. And then I heard that my mom having a conversation about how she was going to send me to school. And then I said, you know what? I'm not going to be a burden on my mom and my dad. I said, I get to find a way to go to college and show you how God worked. The very next day, I'm walking the hall with hall pass to the bathroom, and the LSU recruit come out and they say, hey, aren't you such and such? I said, nah. He said, you don't play football? I said, no. He said, well, you play football, you can get a scholarship to college. And I said, there it is right there. So I told my parents to buy me a workout set that Christmas, and I said, okay, spring ball's in May. And I said, I got 6 months. And I trained, like he said, like what he's doing.
Wow.
I trained for 6 months. Went out for spring ball. I was a third-string nose guard. By the end of spring, I was starting right tackle. And I had my first 2 offers with FAMU and South Carolina State.
Wow. Incredible.
That is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
No. Well, I look at the motivation from you because I heard your story. I remember we were in a production meeting for XL Primetime. But when I'm looking at you, I mean, it's almost that same motivation, same drive, same type of determination. Where did that come from? Like, when did that start for you? Where you're saying, this is what I want to do. I may be taking an unconventional route here, but the goal is still the same. Where did that motivation and determination come from for you as an individual, not just an athlete?
That motivation really came from when I told myself enough is enough. When I told myself I'm sick of my own ways and the way things is, I can change it. I know I can. And once I found out what my why was and my purpose, I talked to God. I left it to Him, and I got to working because prayer without work is useless.
Right.
If you talking to God and you just sitting around on the couch eating a bag of chips, you ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right.
But if you talk to God and you just make a slow progress, even if you do 10 push-ups, that's enough right there. Any movement is good movement. So 30 minutes out your day of doing something positive can result in the way your life is going to be. If you're doing 30 minutes of negativity, that's how your life is going to be. But if you're doing like 30 minutes of working out, doing a lot of running, breaking your playbooks down, understanding what you have to do it is as an athlete, you have to know everybody's position out there when you're playing on that field.
Right.
Not just your position. You got to know everybody's position because you don't know when your coach going to say, hey, I want you to go over here and try this spot right here, or I want you to go try on this play right here.
Right.
You can be in on the first game on first quarter. Next thing you know, you get out, go back in second quarter on defense.
Right.
You was just on offense. Now you're on defense. So you got to train your mind to know when it is to go in that field.
Right. And your why for you, sorry,
go ahead.
Your why for you has been what? Like when
family first, really. Keeping my family first and making sure that they straight and making sure I'm straight, really.
So have you encountered any skepticism or doubt about your path, along your path?
Yeah, I have.
How'd you handle it? How have you handled it?
I just keep remembering what Leon says. Go out there and do what most offensive linemen don't like to do, run.
Right.
And then the more I run, it takes my mind off of it. The more I work out, it takes your mind off of it. So when you do the things that you fear to do, fear is just a Band-Aid. Once you remove that Band-Aid of fear, anything is possible.
Right.
Spread your wings and fly.
Now for you, Leon, now what made you say for him, aside from his size and aside from his ability, to where you said, you know what, I want to be, you know, like a stable rock in this guy's life to where I'm going to be able to give him gems. I'm going to be able to help him get any opportunity that he may need or opportunity that I feel that he deserves. When you saw him, when did you say, you know, listen, you know, I want to be that guy. I believe in this kid.
It's called purpose, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all here to make other, you know, not only make our lives better, but you have an opportunity to make other people's lives better. Then why not? You know, why not?
It's almost like destiny brought you guys together.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like from what you're in his life for, it's like the perfect match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Offensive lineman,
yep.
Your journey,
Mm-hmm.
your journey. It's just beautiful to see, man. And I'm pulling for you, man. Just keep going,
Yes, sir.
and whatever we can do to continue to push you, man. I just want to be here to be that outlet for you.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Man, hell with that whoops him behind.
That's already going to happen, man. That's already happening.
Behind this season.
That's already happening, baby. You know.
That's what you got to do. Let's pay some bills. This segment was brought to you by Premier Physical Therapy. Your wellness journey begins at Premier PT and Rehabilitation, the gold standard in orthopedic and sports rehab for adults and adolescents alike. Dial 904-996-6692 or visit PremierPTJax.com today for the Premier experience. You're listening to The Amateur's Edge on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Get your morning up to par.
Yes.
With Brunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A.
I made the Professional Golfers Tour.
8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides the Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Step into the world of B3 Better Sports, where every athlete is an emerging champion. Tailor-made training programs based on science, crafted for your sport, your position, your ambition. Train smarter, not harder. Just 2 to 3 times a week is all it takes to unlock your true potential. Join the legacy of top athletes from Jax, transforming from aspiring to inspiring, on and off the field. B3 Better isn't just about sports. It's a launch pad for life successes. We're more than a program. We're a community. Rise above, excel, become the athlete you're destined to be with B3 Better Sports Performance.
1010XL Weekly is out now. Mia here, and text the word weekly to subscribe to our new 1010XL newsletter and for a chance to win Jaguars and concert tickets. Get an inside look at local sports, trending players, station info, and chances to win prizes all year long.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
You don't think this would be a good moment to text somebody?
There's never a bad moment to share your opinion on the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Share your opinion
As soon as possible.
at 641-1010.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
How many points are there on the Statue of Liberty? The answer coming up.
If you haven't stayed on top of your coverage responsibilities for your family's home, you really should review it annually. Renew with confidence or call us and let Southern Oak answer your questions. We'll save you money.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
There are 7 points on the crown of the Statue of Liberty, referencing all 7 continents.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Are you a meat lover searching for quality cuts? Southern Steer Butcher uses a vacuum tumbler to marinate and tenderize our chicken and world-famous steak tips.
Now open in Ortega for tasty tips and juicy breasts. Choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Unlock your true potential with the power of sports hypnosis, a power embraced by elite athletes worldwide. Experience the same techniques for peak performance that have propelled top professionals in the NFL, the NBA, MLB, and the PGA to new heights. So whether you're an aspiring athlete or a seasoned pro, HypnoFit tailors to all ages. Visit hypnofit.me today for more information to receive a free copy of AB's book, The Power of Sports Hypnosis. Step into greatness. Your journey to peak performance begins at hypnofit.me.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The Amateur's Edge, brought to you by B3 Better on 1010XL.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Amateur's Edge. This is your host, Sheridan Sanders, and we have a special guest today. Shamar, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Good. So I have a question. What happened out of high school? Why didn't you go play college ball right out of high school?
Honestly, I think it was just my talent, really. When I graduated high school, I really didn't have that many people looking at me as much as I wanted to. So I got kind of deteriorated from it. Like I just basically gave up, I should say.
Right.
But when I started working all the jobs that I was working and moving how I was moving, it was like something got to give.
Right.
So once I just thought about it, like, you got the size. All you got to do is just lose that weight and get in front of the right people. Doors can open for you.
Right.
So that's going to be my question is, what did you do to lose all that weight, man? You dropped over 130, 40 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just for you health-wise, right? That's a huge accomplishment. And then athletically, it allows you to do a lot more on the field. What was your routine to get you down like that?
Honestly, the routine was just working every day. From working at Circle K to working at Pizza Hut, and then my pops had his job at Laser Ship, so I was working at Laser Ship in the warehouse, and I was a dock worker. So I used to basically unload the trucks from night to morning. It was a Walmart truck that come in, 2 trucks that come in. I unload all the pallets. So if a pallet was 16, I have to take it all the way across the dock to number 16. If it was 14, take it all the way to that dock. So I'm pallet jacking all these different totes that's 15 feet tall, yanking them out the back of a trailer. So I really wasn't focused on just losing the weight. I was just getting the job done because I like lifting heavy things. And then he finally was like, you need to pay attention to yourself. You're losing a lot of weight. I'm like, what you talking about? I looked into the mirror and was like, dang, I really am dropping a lot of weight. So when I stopped focusing on just losing the weight and kept working out, I fell in love with the process.
Are you still trying to lose more weight?
Honestly, I'm trying to get down to 300 maybe.
Okay.
But I don't want to drop it all off to like 265 or 285.
Not until your playing day's over.
Yeah.
Now, talk about just a couple of the sacrifices like that you've had to make, you know, in terms of your football career, where you talked a lot about when Leon was here, a lot about running when a lot of guys don't want to, or, you know, you have a lot of more obstacles that are there of maybe not being able to hang out with the boys on a certain weekend because I got to go out, I got to run, or I want to train just a little bit longer. I'm going to take this weekend to train and perfect my craft. Just talk about the sacrifices in which you've had to make in order to become a better football player and the football player you want to be.
A lot of sacrifices I had to make was learning to understand when you go up on a certain level, your friend's not going to go with you. The ones you grew up with, you thinking that, okay, you're going to be by my side because, you know what I'm saying, we in the same pen together. But when you realize I'm going further and you're going down, you can't be mad at me when I tried to pull you up with me. You can't just, if I'm pulling you up, you can't just yank me back down with you. That's not how the process of the goal works.
Right.
So I had to understand friendships going to go away, relationships going to go away. A lot of things that you wanted to stay with you is not going to be there because when you eat, sleep, and breathe football, everything is going to happen in this way.
Right.
But it's going to be you. It's up to you. Are you going to give up on that goal of football because the situation happened, or are you going to keep going to understand that sometimes people come in your life for a season, lesson, or a reason?
Right.
And it's up to you to understand those two because sometimes it can just be a season. Sometimes that person just there to be a stepping stone for you to go where you got to go.
Right.
They're not always going to meant to be there. It's like a rubber band effect.
Right.
So you can go as far as you want to go, but if you're not willing to let that person go, it's going to always hinder you. You're going to always keep going like this, ripple effect. So once I realized letting friendships go and letting relationships go, whether it's negativity, some of them was good positive, but if your mindset is not on the mindset that I'm on, I don't need to be around you.
Was it a saddening reality to kind of come to grips with?
Yes, it was, because you already had that in your mind, like, you know, we gonna do this together.
We all
do
gonna
that
eat.
together.
Right.
But when you start seeing signs of slowly people falling away, you notice from the handshakes, you notice from the eye contacts, you notice from the body language, you like, you moving kind of different.
Right.
I'm not moving different. I am different. I've been this person.
Right.
You know, and it's always been in me to be this type of person. So if I'm doing what it is, if I'm doing what it takes to go on the top level, if you my mans, you will be happy for me. You know what I'm saying? You'll be rocking with me.
Right.
So that's why I only pick a select few that I know really with me.
Absolutely.
Now, Leon mentioned the possibility of trying out for the Defenders. How do you plan on differentiating yourself to show that you can play at that level? Because that's a big jump, right?
That's
we
a
basically talking
very
about
big
going
jump.
from you know, amateur to straight to the league, man. That's a LeBron James type thing, man. So how do you plan on differentiating yourself?
Honestly, it's a different speed level that I have to terrorate down. Like, when I go to this level, I know these dudes going to be bigger than me. I know they're going to be faster than me. I know this.
I don't know if they're going to be bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
they make me the humans bigger than you.
They might be an average size human being, but I have to understand that these dudes, you know what I'm saying, it took a lot for them to get there.
Right.
But my thing is, I'm not going to let you outwork me. No matter what size you is or what height you is or what position you play, you got to get past me to get to my quarterback. And I'm not letting nobody touch my quarterback. I said that and I mean that. You're not touching my quarterback.
Have you always played with that level of aggression?
Yes. Even at 400 pounds, I played with that aggression. I didn't know how to move it, but once I got around Nolan Carroll and he kept me out there every day 24/7 and was like, listen, you got it in you, I ain't back down. Like, from week 1 to where I'm at now, I couldn't even do a lap around the field. But from the summer workouts with my homeboy Coop, as I say, like, you know, that little boy right there kept me in the goal. He kept me.
No.
I go to the gym at 5 in the morning. I'm like, Coop, I don't want to go. Coop, I don't want to do it. And he was just like, man, listen, bro, it's a lot of things you don't want to do, but you got to go out there, because he had a knee injury.
Right.
And he's still going out there, showing up, still doing his thing. And I'm like, if he not letting that stop him, what's stopping me from going out there just lifting weights and going out there doing a couple field drills? What's stopping me from doing that?
Right.
Like, fear.
Right. Man, let me tell you, I love your mindset. And I know, you know, you said you graduated from high school in 2021.
Yes, sir.
So there had to be a shift somewhere, right? So are there any, like, podcasts, books, or resources that you use? Or what kind of help with your mindset shift?
Inky Johnson was one of the ones for me. Inky Johnson, Kevin Gates, a lot of Eric Thompson's. Well, Eric Thompson was one of them for me. But Inky Johnson said this quote, and it's a wonderful quote. He says, every man must search his own soul. You live by it, you die by it. No surrender, no retreat. And I'm every day. I don't surrender and I don't retreat.
Right.
I don't back down no matter how hard that challenge is going to get. If I know it's a heavy run day, my mind says, I'm like, God, you know I don't want to do it. I know I don't want to do it, but please give me the strength to go through it.
Now,
Kevin Gates, hold on real quick. Kevin Gates.
Yes,
what could he have said to inspire you?
Listen, it's a lot of things that Kevin Gates has said, but I can't say on the air. Okay? Let's just say Kevin Gates is one of the ones that I look up to and listen to on a day-to-day. So, like, Kevin Gates is...
And he had his own weight journey.
Yeah,
he
did too.
He had his own weight journey, so he had, he's documented that.
Right, right.
So my question would be, all right, so I'm someone that's in Jacksonville that's sitting, at a Circle K listening to you right now, right? I'm working, and I want that same opportunity that you have with JAA. Tell us what has JAA meant to you, and then what it can offer for future guys that's in your position that want to, go the same path you're going currently.
That's a good question. JAA means a lot to me. It's giving you a second chance at life. Like, you don't find that very often in any program that you go to, because JAA, not only is it teaching you about football, it's also keeping you in your schoolwork, and it's keeping you with God. It's a faith-based run organization. Like, everything is, keeping it up to God. So what I can say to the ones that's coming under me that wants to play football and go your path, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Don't back down. If JAA is somewhere you need to go and you want to go for it. I'm telling you now, doors are open. When you out there on that field, a lot of doors are open more than you know. Like, you can go out there right now with the mindset of, I'm finna go D1. It's not like that. Right. It's never like that. Everybody is out there for a mission. There's a lot of dogs out there.
Right.
They know what they want. Right. So thinking that you finna come out there and lollygag and bull crap around, it's not gonna go that way.
Man, big shout out to Nolan Carroll and Nico Carroll, man, for the work they put in, the Carroll family for putting in the work that they're doing in this community, man. Just to have guys like this up here to tell their story and, hopefully to help future student athletes moving forward.
Absolutely, because that was one thing. You've mentioned Coach Carroll a few times during our conversation. Just talk about, I know the influence that Leon's had since you guys have, formed a relationship. But what has been that influence that Coach Carroll has had on you in your life, and not just solely football?
Coach Carroll has taught me the true thing about life. It doesn't care about what you do in life. Not care about what you do in life. Life don't care about you. It's gonna knock you down and dare you to get back up. Right. It's not gonna give you a nice little pillow to wake you back up. It's not gonna give you a little butterfly. None of that. Because when you out there on that field, your spot can be gone less than that. So Nolan Carroll, he lets you know, like, bro, when you come out here, do what it is it takes to get where you gotta go. Like, Nolan Carroll is that. It's a lot about Nolan Carroll, man.
Yes, sir.
A lot.
Are there any NFL offensive linemen that you look at and you try to pattern your game after?
Trent Williams.
Because?
He's quick and he's big and he know how to move. Nobody finna get in that man way.
Right.
I done seen him move. Ain't nobody getting in his way. He done put two defenders against each other. What man does that? I'm trying to put three people against each other, you know, so.
Right.
That's my goal, to get three dudes and just throw them against each other. I need the bodies to stack up. That's what I need. Three bodies to stack up.
So looking back at your career, is there anything you would have done different? Like, we talked a little bit and we brushed over your high school career. Like, were you locked in like you should have? Did
No,
you put in the
high
work
school,
you should have put in?
I'm not gonna lie. The mentality I have now, it takes years for this mentality to form over. It's not an overnight thing.
Right.
High school, I was lazy. I was pushing over workouts. I was pushing over assignments. I was just thinking, like, man, I got size. I got this. Ain't really, nobody care. It's more than just having the size when you're out there.
Right.
You got to be able to move that size. You got to be able to be agile with the size. Because if you can be agile and move your size, that open doors alone. If you're just big and you let the defenders like 105 push you on your behind, that's not really a good look for.
So that was happening to you? You was getting pushed over by 105?
No,
Okay.
It was not happening against me at all.
Do you look at this man? You think anybody pushing him over?
I'm not letting nobody put
the wind ain't pushing him over, let alone.
On a lucky day, you might catch me. But other than that, I'm not just finna back down and let you put me on my behind. Like, I'm not doing that. Because Nolan Carroll has taught me the fundamental, not Nolan, but Nico. Not Nico, what's his name? Coach Nevis. Coach Nevis is on the offensive side. Has taught me how to break everything down on offense. Like, moving your feet, because, it's one thing to have your arms, and that's cool, but if you're not moving your base, ain't nothing. You can't do nothing.
Right.
You just moving arms, and that's it. But once you learn how to move the whole body and understand the fundamentals, like, football is a mental tough game.
Right.
When you out there on that field, you have to understand, like, that man across you is coming at you 10 times harder than what you already imagined that he's finna do.
Absolutely.
But it's up to you to stop his move. It's
Right.
like you playing chess. You have to understand what them rooks gonna do.
Right.
'Cause you got the knights and you got the bishops in the back, but you got to all worry about all these pawns that's trying to get to your quarterback.
Right.
And that's not happening. I can't stress this enough. You're not touching my quarterback.
Yeah.
Anybody. No.
Gotcha.
You would have loved for him to block for you.
You know what? I'm thinking about just
coming out of retirement.
No, I think he's just gonna just ride around with me in my truck and just whenever I need some protection.
That's just
come on.
He done done that.
Hey, talk to my associate
right now.
So real quick, where do you envision yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now? That is a good question. I envision myself 5 years from now living up my dreams of what I want to do in life.
And
Which are?
Playing
NFL?
Yes, NFL.
NFL?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, before we do get out of here, and thank you so much for giving us a moment of your time today.
No problem.
What does the game of football mean to you? Like, you everybody asks normally, what your why is. Why do you play? Some people play, for money, fame, recognition. Some just play for the love. But it always feels like you have, just hearing you speak, there's always a deeper meaning than just surface level. So the game of football to you, what has it meant in your life?
It meant a lot. You get to take all your anger and frustration out and not get in trouble for it. For 4 quarters of a game, you get to put somebody to the dirt. You don't know who that player is. You don't know what his background is. You don't know what it took for him to get there. But you get to put him in the dirt and force your willpower on anybody on that field. Because you got to think about it. You pad it up. You show the pads up.
Right.
Ain't nothing really going to bad happen to you if you go down the wrong way.
Right.
But once you get across my path, it's over. Because it's a contact sport. You knew what you signed up for when you came out there. Everybody knows what they signed up for when they go out there. So don't be sitting here saying, "Oh, you hit me too hard," and this and that. Nah, bro.
I'm getting chills right now.
You knew what you signed up for when you come out there.
Right.
So my why is you get to hit 4 quarters of a game and not get in trouble for it. Don't go too overboard with it. Just let it know, like, bro, 4 quarters of a game, I'm not going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. You gonna have to see me every snap of the ball. I am not going nowhere. You gonna have to see me every snap of this ball.
Right.
I'm not stopping.
My boy Cleo eyes over there glistening.
Man, listen. Think about your best album. Whatever your favorite, I feel like I'm listening to my best album right now. The words he's saying, man, it's just bringing chills to my body, man, just to hear his passion for the game.
Right.
And that's what we were just talking about. Yep. Is NIL taking that passion away. And you can hear his passion. It's not taking it away from him.
Evident.
Right. Shamar has it, man.
No, we all pulling for you, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Well, Shamar, man, we really appreciate you coming on the show today, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys for having me.
We will be following you. Matter of fact, I got to follow you on IG, man. We definitely want to follow your journey, man. Bring you back on, at the end of the season, talk about, your decision. Either you're going to go Big Ten, SEC, or straight to the league. Hopefully we talking that type of talk.
Yes, sir.
We're going to speak that into existence.
Always.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for coming, man. And, hey, man, this is a wrap to season 3. Had a great year, man. RJ, I appreciate you for filling in on the back end.
Absolutely.
Cleo, it was a great year
man,
from beginning to end.
Great, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing me along for the ride, bro.
AD. We appreciate you in the back end right there. Casey, even though you quit on us, we still love you, baby.
Jamal,
we ain't forgot about you.
Jamal, shout out Jamal.
Shout out Jamal.
Yeah,
Satira, Randy.
Everybody, man.
Yeah, everybody who made all this come together, man. We really appreciate all you guys did this past year, man, and we look forward to season 4 starting back in January.
Yeah, and thank you to all our guests that came up and blessed us on the mic and told their stories. It's been real incredible, man, and I just want to keep this thing going, man.
Definitely. So you're listening to the Amateur's Edge on 1010 XL, 92.5 FM. We'll see you guys next year.